Hello, parents and families. Today is the 20th of April, and a few weeks ago, I mailed home this packet, so I wanted to make a little video guide of what kind of you got in this. I know some of you have already been working on that, and that's beautiful. Just because we are starting with today being mandatory work, I wanted to kind of go through the packet, do a walkthrough for each of them. So this video is definitely mostly for parents and any people that are helping your student do some of this work. And then I'll be sending some of the activities. I'll send separate videos, like companion videos to do with the student with the videos. So if those are helpful, I will continue doing them into May, but just let me know on Remind or email. Tell me if you guys are using the videos that I do with them. If not, I won't spend time doing them. I'll spend time doing something else that could be helpful for you guys. But if they are, I'll keep doing them. So you'll be getting another packet like this very soon for May. I'm going to go this week and prep that for you guys, get that all ready for you. And then June, it'll probably look a little different because it'll be a shorter month, and I don't even think they send out new curriculum for the month of June because they know everyone's doing their own stuff anyways. So right from the get-go, when I open up this envelope, everything in here is from the Unique Learning Systems curriculum. It's what we use in our classroom. We've been using it since Danbury, and they use it at the high school. The whole district uses it as a continuum. There's books, there's history lessons in them, science lessons in them, math lessons in them. It's kind of our main chunk of curriculum, and then teacher support with other things depending on their students' needs. I also want to give you a caveat that these have different levels to them. So I've just chosen one kind of level for everybody, but I can show you, you'll see, I'll point out the differences in them. And just know if we were in school and we had, all of the resources that we had in school, then each kid might get a different type of story or a different type of questions. But for the sake of everyone having the same video for the same guide, for the same packet and everything, I just chose one that kind of was the most accessible for everybody. So going through the packet here, the first chunk in it, it's called A Bank is Helpful. So it's just one straight little story, and then there's comprehension questions at the back of it. So I'm going to make a video for that. Then there's Mark Wants a Video Game System. So there's 6 chapters in this little chapter book. I'll make videos where I read the story and then answer the comprehension questions. I have 2 types of comprehension questions, the way the kids can answer the comprehension questions. One is like this, where it's multiple choice, and they can circle the correct answer. So that's how I made them for the chapter books, just for the sake of saving paper and trees and just kind of being simplistic with it. The other way that their questions look like this, where they're fill in the blank, and on the next page are the pictures that you cut out. So these big ones here, you cut out, and you'll see in the separate video I'll make, these separate big pictures go in to answer the comprehension questions. So we have chapters 1 through 6 in here, 2 Mark Gets Hired. So the theme for this month is economics. Next month will be a science theme to it. Here's chapter 3, chapter 4, chapter 5, and chapter 6. The next packet in the next chunk of papers in the packet is this journal writing. Now, I understand this is a lot more abstract, but at least the very first one has vocabulary to cut out and put in. So you guys can just use this as a kind of jumping off point. There's pictures to talk about. There's vocabulary, all of this. So there's kind of 4 journal entries. And then the last one is even a page for an illustration. So this is do what you can with this one, with the journals. And the same, I'll say this is going to be true for everything. Like I said before, you guys don't have the resources and all of the things that we have in the classroom, including staffing. So we totally get that. Do whatever you can, whatever you can. The kids are used to seeing this, but they're also used to having kind of their adapted scissors and all sorts of things to help them access this. So please don't go out and buy anything that you don't feel like you need. I want this to be able to do with whatever you have at home. If you don't have a glue stick, you can use tape for some of this stuff, or just cut it out and put it on top of where it goes. You don't even have to adhere the little pieces of paper to it. It's fine. If you don't have scissors, you can rip it. The kids, you know, when we're in school, we're trying to get them as involved in the process as they can. You know your kid, you know what you have available. Please give yourself the grace to do stuff for them. If you feel like you just need to do the cutting, great. You do the cutting and have the kid place the little answer onto the sheet. That's beautiful. Give yourself grace to do this. You're not credentialed teachers, and we're so happy that, you know, the kids are so lucky that they have you, and whatever out of this you can do, you're going to do your best no matter what. Even if whatever it is, you're doing your best. Okay. The next packet in this is a little life skills lesson. So this one is about healthy eating. It has the food plate, and then it has a little activity about picking food categories. Kind of pretend like you're grocery shopping here. So again, this one has pictures in the back on the last page of the packet that you can cut out and use. Again, another thing that we do in the classroom is we try to bring in as many real objects as we can. So if you've got oatmeal, use real oatmeal. You don't have to just use the picture of the oatmeal, you know. Milk. Hopefully you have some of these things in your pantry, and kind of use that real object to help engage your student. The next paper in this packet are just vocabulary cards. Again, we would do bingo or some sort of interactive activity with this vocabulary, but this will just make little flashcards if you cut them in half. Even if you're just aware of the vocabulary, and if you're using them in your day-to-day, you know, job, earn, money, even if you just point out those words to your student while you're living your life here in quarantine, that's beautiful. They also give you a science experiment. Some of them are pretty simple, some of them are pretty involved. This one for April involves changing pennies in white vinegar and doing an experiment to see how the color changes in them. Again, do not spend hours if you don't have hours trying to do this science experiment, but it's a cool thing if you have the time and the energy and the inclination to do. Here we go. My goal is to do the experiment myself, make a video of it, and send it. So even if you can't do the experiment, there will be a video of me doing it. So that's my goal. There's also a recipe that they give us, and so we use those in the classroom as well. But if, you know, again, don't go out grocery shopping if you don't have this stuff already. If you can get creative and do something similar to this. Again, this one is just for freebies. It's out there. Do it if you feel so inclined. They do have some math for us that we do. The two that we routinely use are the ones that are just basic counting under 10. We count items, have the kid count, you know, the objects count them. And then we also read graphs. I'll also try my best to print these out in color for you guys when I mail them home. But it's just reading a graph and answering comprehension questions about it. The very last page in this April packet was just fun. It was just fun facts about celebrities and jobs that they've had. It was just a fun little printout, so I printed it out anyways. So there we go. That's a walkthrough of the April packet. Again, I will do this again for the May packet. Probably make it a little shorter too, because we'll have covered a lot of this, but I'll make another one of these videos for the May packet you guys will be getting in the mail. Again, just to reiterate, you guys are all amazing, and I wish I could give you all the biggest hugs right now. We will get through this. Please, please reach out to me if there's anything you think I should know, if there's any way that myself or at school can help. We are all here for each other, and we'll get through this. And just thank you again for doing all the amazing things you're doing to support your families during this time. So keep it up. Whatever you're doing, keep it up. And we'll do this. We got this. Okay. Bye, guys.